Good evening and welcome to News 9. I'm Nolan Pinto. Now, S.A. Ramdas today visited the house of his supporter Naveen, who ended his life after the former minister attempted suicide. Now, he expressed grief over the death of Naveen and extended a hand of support to the family members. Naveen, an auto driver by profession, attempted suicide by hanging himself. Known to have been following Ramdas for the last few years, Naveen couldn't bear that his dear leader's image was tarnished. As soon as his family learnt about his attempt to kill himself, they rushed him to Mysore's JSS hospital, but fate had other plans for him. Naveen breathed his last.
ಇದು ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಪ್ರತಿ ತಿಂಗಳು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅದಲ್ವಾ, ಅದು ಪ್ರತಿ ತಿಂಗಳು ಜೀವನ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು. ಮತ್ತಿದ್ದು ತಲೆ ಕೆಡಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಯಾವ ಕ್ಷಣದಲ್ಲಾದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಅವನಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನು ನಾನು ಬೇರೆದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಲೆ ಕೆಡಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ಬೇರೆ ಹೇಳುತ್ತಲ್ಲಮ್ಮ, ನಾನೇ ಅನ್ನಲ್ಲ ತಾಯಿ, ನಾನೇ ಅನ್ನಲ್ಲ ತಾಯಿ. ಅವನ ಬದಲು ನಾನೇ ಈ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಇದೆ. ತಲೆ ಕೆಡಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇದನ್ನೇನು
ನಿಮಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಗೋಸ್ಕರಗೆ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ್ನೋ ಏನೋ, ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಹುಟ್ಟೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವನು. ನಿಮ್ಗಂತೂ
ನನಗೆ ಅದೇ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಅವ್ನಿಗೆ ಆಟೋ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ತಿಂಗಳಾದ್ರೆ ಆಟೋ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
ಹೇಳಿದ ಕೆಲಸ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋರೆ, ಅಪ್ಪಾಜಿ ನನಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ವಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ.
In fact, you can hear what the Naveen's mother stated there, that he was basically not born into our house but into your house. And Ramdas over there clearly stating that they need not worry and that he will look into all their basically financial problems. Now, this is the first time that Ramdas is actually coming out in the open in this way. He decided to meet the family of a supporter of his who decided to take his life after he learned of what Ramdas had decided to do. Now, Ramdas expressed grief over the death of Naveen and extended a hand of support to the family members. In fact, let's listen to what Ramdas had to say.
ನಾನು ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆಯಿಂದ ಡಿಸ್ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆದಂಥ ದಿವಸವೇ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ಭಾವನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆ. ಆದರೆ ಅವತ್ತು ನಾನು ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗಲಿಲ್ಲ, ನನ್ನ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಪರ್ಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇವತ್ತು ನಾನು ಮೈಸೂರಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಗೇ ನನ್ನ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು ಅವರ ತಾಯಿ, ಅವರ ಜೀವನವನ್ನು ಮಗನನ್ನು ಕಳ್ಕೊಂಡಂಥ ಒಂದು ತಾಯಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಸಾಂತ್ವನ ಹೇಳುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಹಾಗೆ ಆ ತಾಯಿಯ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಯನ್ನು, ಆ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಗ ಅವರಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ನಾನೇ ಆ ಮನೆಯ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಯಾಗಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ಮಗನ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತೇನೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಆಶ್ವಾಸನೆಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡುವಂಥ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇದ್ದಂಥ ಸಂದರ್ಭ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಅವನ ಆ ಸಾವಿನ ದುಃಖವನ್ನು ಭರಿಸುವಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ಆ ತಾಯಿ ಚಾಮುಂಡೇಶ್ವರಿ ಅವರ ತಾಯಿ ಕೊಡಲಿ ಅಂತ ಕೋರ್ತಾ, ನಾನು ಆಗಲೇ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಅವ್ರ ಕೊನೆ ಉಸಿರಿರುವವರೆಗೂ ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮ ತಾಯಿಯ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂಥ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ನಮ್ಮದು ಅಂತ ಆ ಕಾರ್ಯವನ್ನು ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಆದರೂ ಆ ನವೀನ್ ಅಂತ ಒಬ್ಬ ಯುವಕನ ನಾನು ಕೊಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ದುಃಖ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಕಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೂರಾರು ಜನ ಆ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆರಾಧನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನರ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ನೋವಾಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅವರ ಕ್ಷಮೆಯನ್ನು ಕೇಳುವಂಥ ಸಂದರ್ಭ ಇವತ್ತು ನನ್ನ ಮುಂದೆ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ.
Well, you heard what Ramdas stated over there, that he wanted to actually come and meet him as soon as he was discharged from hospital, but his health did not permit and hence he had to come to Bengaluru. But now on his way to Mysore, he decided that it's important that he first go and visit Naveen's family. He said that what he did was, well, not many people do that, and now since Naveen is not there, it's his responsibility to look after Naveen's family, and he will do that. Now, S.A. Ramdas today visited the house of his supporter Naveen, who ended his life after the former minister attempted suicide. He expressed grief over the death of Naveen and extended a hand of support to the family members. Now, Naveen, an auto driver by profession, attempted suicide by hanging himself. known to have been following Ramdas for the last few years, Naveen couldn't bear that his dear leader's image was tarnished. As soon as his family learnt about his attempt to kill himself, they rushed him to Mysore's JSS hospital, but fate had other plans for him. Naveen breathed his last. Ramdas decided that on his way to Mysore, he would first visit Naveen's family. Now, it is nothing short of a Herculean task to meet Bengaluru's water demands. Some percentage of water that is already being supplied is going waste. So the BWSSB is planning to adopt a mechanism to minimize the wastage. BWSSB is the only body responsible for supplying water to Bengaluru. Every day, 1,200 million litres of water is supplied to the city through 3 pipelines, namely Rishabhavati Valley, Hebbal and Koramangala Chalgata. Now, out of the total 1,200 MLD of water, around 60% is non-usable as it turns into sewage water. Now, again, we must all know that it's a Herculean task, in fact, to meet Bengaluru's water demands. The population has increased over the past decade or so. Now, some percentage of water that is already being supplied is going waste. So the BWSSB is planning to adopt a mechanism to minimize this wastage. Now, the BWSSB is the only body responsible for supplying water to Bengaluru. Now, to discuss more about this, I'm joined by my colleague Varghese. Varghese, what exactly is the mechanism that the BWSSB is planning to adopt?
Well, Nolan, what we know at present is that Bangalore city requires around 1,200 million litres of water per day, and this is a huge amount of water that is being pumped through 3 pipelines, that especially through Rishabhavati Valley, Hebbal and Koramangala Chalgata. Now, out of this 1,200 MLD of water that is there, 60% is non-usable as it turns into sewage water. Now, this is of concern because when 60% goes, hardly just around 700 MLD of water is what we are getting, and from that also again there are wastage rates that make it go to 500 MLD. So the city gets only 500 MLD from the 1,200 MLD of water that is being sent. Now, to prevent the leakages within the system and to make sure that there is an effective way in getting clean water into the city, what they're trying to do is that they're trying to avoid a lot of water going into the sewage system. For this, they're trying to make sure that the extra water that comes through rains or other things can be diverted through the Rishabhavati river, from where it will be purified and sent back into the city for circulation. That is the idea at present. For that, you need they are in fact in talks with the metro department to have a boring machine to be taken on rent so that they can bore a tunnel through the city's Hosur area where the sewage is meeting the Rishabhavati river, so that from there the plant can be set and the water can be purified and resent into the circulatory system, into the system where the water is distributed. And once that circulation comes into full being, we will have the 1,200 MLD of water that is required by the city, and that could be wastages can be reduced to a large extent. But there are also problems regarding it. One is how will people in fact use the water that has been revamped and given to us? Will they be free in will they be open-minded enough to use that water? Secondly, what happens is that the diverting the river from its natural course is actually very difficult. There will be several environmental questions that have to be raised in this manner. Then Tamil Nadu, for example, also may play spoil sport, because the territory through which this tunnel has to go will require the permission of the Tamil Nadu government also. And with regards to diverting the waters also, we'll have to take permission from Tamil Nadu government, because it is somewhere between the borders between Bangalore and Hosur. And the other thing, it is a gigantic project and it could take time. Like all projects, it will take a lot of time, because first of all, survey has to be conducted, the soil should be known, whether the tunnel will withstand, and the amount of labor that is required for the tunnel, and the kind of structures that should be put in place, and also the filtering unit that has to be set up. These are some of the challenges that are also there with regards to the water. But it is a noble effort, in fact, trying to make sure that water is not wasted and that Bangalore city has its constant supply. But it remains whether this retreated water will be used by Bangaloreans, Nolan.
Right, Varghese, thank you very much for all those details. Well, in fact, it is yet another showdown at the BBMP office. A private firm named Sandfield India Limited has undertaken the contract to repair the Mysore Road flyover at a cost of a whopping 3 crore rupees. The manager of the company, Prakash Upadhyay, has been running from pillar to post to get the BBMP to pay up for the works. Now, the company had to import joints from Germany in order to repair the joints on Mysore Road flyover. After the repair works, the BBMP has turned their backs on paying the bill. Now, the authorities feign ignorance regarding the work and are saying that they have not come across any such bill. Sandfield India Limited was involved in repair work on the Mysore Road flyover, which was completed in April last year. It sent a bill of 3 crores rupees to the Palike. The BBMP has not cleared the bill as of now. Sandfield India has assigned Prakash to collect the bill amount, but he returned empty-handed all these days after visiting the BBMP. When we spoke to the BBMP commissioner, he said that he was unaware of the issue, and if the bill was on his table, he would clear it in 24 hours.
Flyover work of Mysore Road required a very technical expertise of milling the entire road and re-asphalting. This has been done with the technical experts, and we have done this work properly. The work is just about to complete. It's not completed yet. Once it is completed, the bill will be submitted. I am sure as soon as the bill is submitted, on a priority we will make the payment, because good work has been done by the contractor. I'll see that the payment is made.
In fact, now the BBMP feigns ignorance. The BBMP commissioner has stated that that still there is some work remaining, and once it's completely done or completed, they would pay Sandfield. But as of now, we are told that Sandfield India is running from pillar to post in order to get the bills cleared. 3 crores is not a small amount. It's a huge amount. They have finished the work, but the BBMP, like they have not paid hundreds of contractors so far, has also decided to do the same thing to Sandfield India.